What's going on, guys? It's Nathan. This is fantastic. This whole thing. I did a similar video like this around when Avengers Infinity War was coming out. AMC Theatres was doing a marathon of the Marvel Cinematic Universe leading up to Infinity War. However, they left out 7 movies, which felt like a really bad decision because of the flow of the narrative of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Infinity Stones. I'm going to talk like a nerd because I assume you're here and you are also on a level of nerdiness because this is the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it's something we all care about, and this is something I propose they did, they should do in that video. I propose they should have done this, do a marathon of all the movies in separate days, and now they essentially are in a really cool way. They are re-releasing every Marvel Cinematic Universe film, all 20, from Iron Man 2008 to Ant-Man and the Wasp 2018, in IMAX, some for the very first time. I do have them queued up right here, and now I will go ahead and say that while I am going to be stating times and specific IMAX formats, I do not know if that is everywhere around, so if you want to double check and buy your tickets accordingly, please do so. Check on your local AMC Theatres website, or Regal. I believe Regal is also doing it, and match up the show times to make sure it works with your schedule and everything. But if it does turn out to all be that way throughout the country, then here we go. So for my theater, this is really cool, and I will be attending all of Phase 1. These are all films I had not seen in theaters for the MCU, except for Iron Man 2 and the Avengers, and I did not see Ant-Man. However, I don't think I'm going to go see it. I'll explain why when we get through it. But on the first day, you have Iron Man, which is going to be playing a few different days, and I'll tell you which ones. So we have Iron Man, the first time it's ever being shown in IMAX ever, at 12 p.m. Then you have the Incredible Hulk, the first time it is also ever being shown in IMAX, at 3:10 p.m. And if you don't know about IMAX, I will say real quick after I get through this: Iron Man 2 in IMAX at 6 p.m. and Thor in IMAX 3D at 9 p.m. Now, here we go. If you are not familiar with IMAX, really cool thing about it is it expands the aspect ratio. So, you know how we watch films and normally it's the wide rectangle, wide screen with the black bars on the top and bottom. IMAX expands the aspect ratio to the full view that you would be watching me right now. That's taking up your full screen. That's what IMAX would do. It would fill up the entire screen, no black bars, as opposed to the cinematic view that we are normally used to. IMAX expands it, and it's a lot more immersive, and it is highly recommended. It also has a great speaker system. Seriously, it's one of the best formats, and it's my personal favorite. I go to an IMAX movie every chance I get whenever I see a new movie, so letting you know that, check that out. Now, I will say, because this is the first time these specific movies are being shown in IMAX, that does not mean they're going to have the expanded aspect ratio. If they do, I would be pleasantly surprised, but I don't think they would, because if they had shot them with IMAX cameras, they would have released them in IMAX way back when, 10 years ago, but they didn't. So that will be on Thursday, August 30th, then Friday, August 31st. We will have Captain America: The First Avenger in IMAX for its first time ever, and only time, because this is the only time Incredible Hulk and Captain America: The First Avenger will be playing in this sequence, in IMAX at 12 p.m., kicking off Friday, followed by The Avengers in IMAX 3D at 2:55 p.m., Iron Man 3 in IMAX 3D at 6:10 p.m., and Thor: The Dark World in IMAX 3D at 9:10 p.m. Other than The Avengers, all these films will only be playing that specific day, so if it's a personal favorite of yours that you really want to catch, make sure you go see it. Then on September 1st, we have Captain America: The Winter Soldier in IMAX 3D at 12 p.m., Guardians of the Galaxy at 3:10 p.m. in IMAX 3D, Avengers: Age of Ultron IMAX 3D at 6:05 p.m., and Ant-Man at 9:15 in IMAX 3D. See, that's the thing with Ant-Man. While I do want to see it and be a completionist, I don't really think I'll have the time to go see it that day. I'm committing to Thor around 9 o'clock because I want to experience all of Phase 1 back-to-back in a subsequent marathon like they did back with the release of the Avengers, all of Phase 1. It's fantastic. Never got the opportunity. Now I do. It's fantastic. This would be Sunday, September 2nd. We have Captain America: Civil War in IMAX at 11 a.m., Doctor Strange in IMAX 3D at 2:20 p.m., Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in IMAX 3D at 5:05 p.m. and Spider-Man Homecoming in IMAX at 8:10 p.m. Really cool. As all these films will be playing again on different days. Going back to the previous lineup of Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Age of Ultron, and Ant-Man. Those are the only times they'll be playing, so go see it if you really want to, and it's a personal favorite. Then, Monday, September 3rd, we have Thor Ragnarok in IMAX at 12 p.m., Black Panther in IMAX at 3 p.m., Avengers Infinity War IMAX 6:05 p.m., Ant-Man and the Wasp IMAX 9:25 p.m. I believe other than Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War, Ragnarok and Ant-Man and the Wasp will not be playing again. Unless your theater is still playing Ant-Man and the Wasp, of course, in a standard 2D or 3D. Check that out. Then, the following day, I believe this will be Tuesday, September 4th, we have Iron Man again. Once again, this is the first time it's ever being presented in IMAX at 12 p.m. Then you have Spider-Man Homecoming in IMAX at 2:55 p.m., Black Panther in IMAX at 6 p.m., and Doctor Strange IMAX 3D 9:05 p.m. Following day, I'm just throwing out dates, never mind. It's just, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in IMAX 3D at 12 p.m., Captain America Civil War in IMAX at 3:10 p.m., The Avengers in IMAX 3D at 6:30 p.m., and Avengers Infinity War in IMAX at 9:45 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and stop here real quick and just mention that this lineup would almost be perfect. I mean, these 4 films are a perfect lineup if you want to fast track to Infinity War. It really is. However, and it doesn't matter where you would have placed Guardians of the Galaxy, whether you played it first, second, third before Infinity War, it would have worked out great. The problem here is they put Civil War before the Avengers, and this is my only gripe with the whole release, is that does not make sense, because by Captain America Civil War, you have a large ensemble of the Avengers that are breaking apart, then you have even less Avengers coming together with the Avengers, and then you have even more Avengers coming together again with Infinity War. That's really crooked and broken. That's not how that should have gone, but it's not too bad. It's still cool, the lineup. If you want to watch it and you don't mind, it's fine. But that's that. And then on the final day, we have Iron Man at 1 p.m. and The Avengers in IMAX 3D 4 p.m. They're really throwing out Iron Man a lot because it is the movie that kicked it all off, and as well as The Avengers, which does make sense. Fans actually voted for these final 2 films to be playing, so once again, if you have a chance to go see Iron Man in theaters again, in IMAX no less, definitely you should, especially with the amount of times they're playing it, like 3 or 4 times. I think it's a great opportunity. They're playing it at different times as well, so whatever works with you, go see it, especially The Avengers. I'm especially most looking forward to see The Avengers because I never got to experience it in IMAX 3D. I only got to experience it once in theaters, off to the side, close toward the screen, which is a seat you don't normally want. It wasn't too bad though, and I was really immersed and I fell in love with the film. But I only saw it that one time. I've always wanted to see it at a better angle in a theater, and I never got to for the last 5 years, especially since I didn't get hooked on IMAX until 2013, the following year, with Pacific Rim, which was also after Iron Man 3, so I missed that as well. But yeah, it's going to be amazing to experience The Avengers in IMAX 3D. It's going to be beautiful. I will say that while the other films that are being presented for the first time, like Iron Man, Captain America, and Hulk, since they will not have the aspect ratio, the expanded aspect ratio, I will say Iron Man 2 and Thor, while I have never seen their IMAX format, they were previously released in IMAX theaters before, so it is a possibility that they will have an expanded aspect ratio. The Avengers will not, because the whole film is an expanded aspect ratio, technically, because it was shot that way. Not on IMAX cameras particularly, but it was shot in that format. Avengers Infinity War, however, we'll get to that in a second. Iron Man 3 likely has an expanded aspect ratio, as does Thor: The Dark World. All of them really. Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Age of Ultron, Ant-Man. Expanded aspect ratios galore. Except, well, Ant-Man was also, like Avengers, shot with the full aspect ratio to capture the full scale of Ant-Man in the small world. Civil War definitely has a great expanded aspect ratio. It's the entire airport battle sequence, which is about 18 minutes, all expanded aspect ratio. Beautiful time, so if you have an opportunity, you should go see Civil War. Doctor Strange, I believe, also had an expanded, as well as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I can't remember if Spider-Man Homecoming did. I believe it did. It's definitely likely it did, whether it was on the ferry or the Washington Monument scene. I believe that's where it was, if not the final plane fight. Normally they're for action sequences. Thor Ragnarok definitely did a couple of parts, like the sweeping scopes of Asgard in the beginning, I remember distinctly expanded, and it was beautiful. Black Panther, its expanded aspect ratio for IMAX was beautiful when, I guess spoilers, when M'Baku is challenging T'Challa for the throne toward the beginning of the film. That whole scene is expanded, and it is gorgeous. Seriously, you need to see it. It is beautiful. And Avengers Infinity War, the whole film is expanded aspect ratio. Not only that, here's the thing. It's not like the whole film was shot that way and you can see it on home release like the Avengers. The home release Blu-ray of Avengers Infinity War is cropped to the normal widescreen CinemaScope, and you are not able to see the expanded aspect ratio that it was all filmed in unless you see it in an IMAX format in theaters. So this would literally be your only opportunity to see this if you missed it, Avengers Infinity War in IMAX. Do yourself a favor. Definitely one of, if not the best IMAX experience I've ever seen. Go see it in IMAX. Avengers Infinity War, it's definitely worth it. There were quite a few sequences in Ant-Man and the Wasp that expanded aspect ratio, so that's also a good one. And again, just recycling through, the next day you would have, once again, Iron Man, Spider-Man Homecoming, Black Panther, Doctor Strange. Then you'd have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Captain America Civil War, The Avengers, Avengers Infinity War, then the final day, Iron Man and The Avengers. So it really is a great opportunity if you have never had the chance to experience some of these films, or you want to re-experience them again, especially on the biggest screen available. Whether you go to an official IMAX theater, that's just IMAX itself, or you go to a partnered theater like AMC Theatres or Regal, your choice. I personally go to AMC. These are my listings. Yours may vary, like I said, so do yourself a favor, go check on your local website, whether you go through AMC, Regal, Fandango, Atom Tickets, whatever. Go check it out. This is one of the best opportunities you will ever get. The whole Marvel Cinematic Universe back on the big screen. Some more than others, the most popular ones, of course, but it's definitely an opportunity you should not pass up. So, again, you have the opportunity, do yourself a favor, go do it. IMAX is worth it, especially for a franchise that is so beloved and is so expansive, up to 20 films. Like, even if you don't get a chance to see all of them again, like me, pick and choose what you like. That's what I'm doing for Phase 1. I just want to re-experience them all in theaters because a lot of them I'm not, and it's going to be a fun time, and I'm even going to be documenting my experience and reviewing the IMAX experience of all of Phase 1 of the MCU with Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor on Thursday, and then on Friday, Captain America First Avenger and Marvel's The Avengers. So on Friday. So likely I'll have that video up on Saturday. Once again, also correspond with the upload of this video in the description. Look when it was uploaded, check your dates, because this will be going from, once again, August 30th to September 6th is the final day. So do yourself a favor, correspond your dates, find the right showtimes, go see a Marvel movie in IMAX if you haven't. Many of them even. It's fantastic. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna leave it off there. I'm gonna very much enjoy my journey of Phase 1 in theaters. You can look forward to that on Saturday. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, you want to check out that previous review of how AMC Theatres Avengers Infinity War Marathon is wrong video, I'll have it linked somewhere on the screen at the end, as a title card and the description maybe. Check all over. And that being said, guys, if you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe if not already. And that being said, I hope you have a great day. May the Force be with you always.